Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for the 7th race in the FND Route 66 Summer Speedway Series. I am Atlee Atman-Weiss, and I'll be your broadcaster for tonight's race featuring the 87 cars at Richmond International Raceway with the exciting drivers from FND Racing. Now, FND Racing is one of the oldest online racing simulation groups of any racing game / simulation. Their roots go back to Sarah Papyrus' NASCAR 4, which debuted 10 days before Dale Earnhardt's death all the way back in 2001. The core of the group can be traced back to the Gollum 38, which were 104 lap races that Monty Noyes hosted. They then migrated to NASCAR 2002 and NASCAR 2003 before jumping to their current location at iRacing. They are not a league. Although they have done the league thing before, they are now just a group of guys who share the same passion of heart-pumping, white-knuckle super speedway racing. And they do have an FND team within the group, but they will work with those who race with them. So if you're looking for great side-by-side racing, then check FND Racing out. And the rooms are open, and unless you prove to be a bonehead, you're welcome to race with us, but it is specifically exclusive to A-Class, so that might be something to work towards being able to participate in these races by becoming A-Class. The broadcast tonight is brought to you by the sponsors of Atlee Racing, and they include Premier Heating and Air Services, Juan's Mexican Cafe and Cantina, Dayton Weiss State Farm, Go-To Property Services, Smith Wraps and Graphics, Damon's Lawn Service and Landscaping, Motivated Auto Sales, Bobby's Auto Service Center, and Amsoil East Coast Synthetics. So thank you to those small businesses for sponsoring and supporting Intensity Broadcasting and Atlee Racing. Tonight's format going to be one lap qualifying, which is going on right now. It's going to be a 100 lap race, and the race is using iRacing's fixed Richmond setup, and fuel is going to be set at 35%, so a little bit normal than usual, a little bit lower than normal. But still, that should lead to some exciting racing, a little bit more longer green flag runs. So last race on Friday was a great race at Daytona in the trucks, and it had been almost 2 months, even though at the time Gabe Butler had been one of the most dominant drivers, but it had been 2 months since Gabe had won a race. But Gabe Butler took the Guinness number 88 to victory lane in a green-white checkered finish. Charles Johnson finished second, Josh Hall third, Eric Laurie fourth, and Rob Malone grabbed the final spot on the podium. It was a crazy race. 8 cautions. 1/3 of the race was ran under caution. There was a green flag pit stop, and from the last 20 to 25 laps were some good racing for those that stuck it out and still had resets. Eric Laurie took the pole with a 51.275, and Mark McFadden had the fastest lap of the race with a 47.416. The race had 24 lead changes among 10 different drivers. The green flag pit stop separated some of the drivers, and that late caution put everyone together for a fantastic finish. And you can go ahead to the Twitch and YouTube page if you do want to watch a replay of that Friday FND Super Speedway race. The track that we are racing at tonight is Richmond International Raceway. And some people might say, is Richmond Raceway America's longest short track, or is it its shortest super Speedway. Either way you look at it, Richmond embodies the characteristics of both and is a rocket-fast challenge to every driver who competes on the 3/4-mile oval. Racers from NASCAR, IndyCar, and USAC have found that Richmond requires both power and handling. To win here, you've got to have it all. Auto racing in Richmond launched in 1946 at the Atlantic Rural Expeditions 1/2-mile dirt track.
All right, guys, going
as
on
part.
green.
And here,
No changing lanes.
while I'm talking about that, here's Ron Malone with the driver's
finish
meeting.
line. You have 3 resets tonight. iRacing sporting code is in effect at all times. Black flags are only cleared under caution laps. When a black flag is cleared, you will also receive an EOL.
That was Ron Malone with his driver's meeting, and we are now getting ready to go green. Take a look at the grid quickly. Starting in the first position is the number 74 of Jason Yacht. Second will be the number 23 of Ben Wilvert. Third, and actually, surprisingly, those are the only 2 that qualified. But it looks like we still have a great-looking field with Jason Yacht again and Ben Wilvert starting on the pole. Jason Yacht won our previous Route 66 Summer Speedway Series race at Rockingham, so he's coming off a victory. So watch out for him. I haven't seen Ben Wilvert in any of these FND races, but still, it's going to be fun to see what he can put to the table here at Richmond International Raceway. And lights on the pace truck have gone off, so next time by, when the pace truck passes pit road, we should be going green. Looks like there's 8 drivers scheduled to run in this race. Besides Jason Yacht, Ben Wilvert, there's also Travis Braden, DJ Harris, Derek Lemke, Josh Hall, Douglas R. Johnson, Ron Malone. Pace truck pulls in. And green flag here at Richmond International Raceway. Good jump for the 23 of Ben Wilvert, but here comes the 74 of Jason Yacht charging on the inside, and Jason Yacht does end up clearing him. Here comes Travis Braden on the inside. He ends up clearing Ben. So already, big jump for Jason Yacht. Let's take a look here at the 3rd position. The 10 car of Derek Lemke is trying to get by Ben Wilvert now. Now Lemke's on the bottom of him, and he now passes him for the 3rd position. And right after that, here comes Josh Hall in the number 27. He's right there on Wilvert's bumper. On the inside, nope, he can't get him in turns 3 and 4. Josh still remains on the bumper. They move down. Ooh, Josh made another contact on his bumper, but still that actually kind of gave 23 car a little bit of a boost. As now the gap has been extended, but Josh Hall still remains there. Ooh, got a little bit loose in the exit of 2. And that gave another chance for the number 23 to extend his gap over Josh Hall. So far, we're pretty grouped together. Here comes Josh Hall still trying to get by that 23 of Ben Wilvert. Wilvert has been doing a great job blocking Josh from making it by him. Let's look back up here. 1, 2, 3 is very tightly grouped together. Here comes the 9 car of Travis Braden trying to make a move on Jason Yacht. And he does. Here comes Lemke. Derek Lemke. He also cleared Jason Yacht. New leader, Travis Braden in the number 9 Wrangler Chevrolet Monte Carlo. But it only took him 7 laps, so I'm not sure if this lead will stand, because here comes a hard-charging Derek Lemke in that number 10 machine. Watch out for him. Derek Lemke is right there, and we should see him try to make a move in the next couple of laps. Extending the gap from Travis Braden. But Lemke still remains there. Yeah, in the next few laps, we're going to see Lemke start to reel him in. He's got a fast car. I mean, he did make his way under the 74 of Jason Yacht. So as we wait for this battle to ensue, we have another one back here. The 30 car of Douglas R. Johnson is making his way up to Ben Wolvert, who has, since the restart, been quickly falling behind in the field. But right now, looks like Wolvert is beginning to extend his gap over Johnson. So we'll watch for that battle. Looks like the 9 car is continuing to extend his gap over Lemke. Derek Lemke. Right now, all across the field, we're single file for the most part. Here comes another hard charge with the 30 machine on Ben Wolvert. He's there on the bumper. It's like Wolvert got another big extension over the gap, but Wolvert is back. In turns 3 and 4, will we see a move be made? Nope, couldn't get enough. I think in turns 1 and 2, we might see that 30 car complete a pass. I'm not sure though. Looks like Wolvert is starting to extend his gap over the 30 car. And here he comes with another gain on that 23 car. Oh no, he gets into his bumper. 23 car does begin to save it, but caution comes out. Let's watch exactly what happened there. We knew that the 30 car was going to try to be all over his bumper, but boom, just got right into the back of him. 30 car then made his way. Looks like the 23 car managed to save it for the most part, but not after he saved it. I also saw another wreck that I'm not sure might have been the source of the caution. It didn't look to be too bad, but boom, Ron Malone just got into the wall a little bit, but it looks like he saved it. But we're now pacing after that one. I knew he was going to be aggressive, but I didn't really expect that. Douglas R. Johnson used the bumper. We got, after a long time on the tires, we got some drivers coming in to the pits. So let's watch that race off of pit road. Looks like every single driver on the track is going into the pits. Nobody has stayed out. And let's watch this race off of pit road to see what happens. Everybody goes in. Jason Yacht has got the first pit stall. Now going for left sides is Jason Yacht. And Jason Yacht is the first driver to make his way off of pit road. Then Josh Hall makes it, Ben Wilford, and Douglas R. Johnson, Rob Malone, DJ Harris, and Travis Braden is the final driver. He was actually our leader. Looks like, by the way, Derek Lemke has manually disconnected from the server.
Hey, Ben, tell your painter to take that target off your car, okay?
Yep, it might have been like Ben had a target painted on his car, but looks like he made his way up to the 3rd position after the race off of pit road. Or at least that's what iRacing is scoring him. Looks like we're going to go green this time by. Restarting first is Jason Yacht. 2nd, Josh Hall. 3rd, Ben Wilvert. 4th is Douglas R. Johnson. Oh, it looks like Travis Braden has manually disconnected. Then Ron Malone, and after that, DJ Harris. We're now down to 6 cars after Derek Lemke and Travis Braden both manually disconnect. Here we go. Pace truck pulls in. And we're back green flag racing here at Richmond International Raceway. Got Jason Yacht, Josh Hall in the front row, and Jason Yacht quickly makes his way in front of Josh Hall. Now Ben Wilvert is trying to make his way under. We're now 3 wide as here came Douglas R. Johnson to the mix, but looks like he falls back knowing how dangerous that situation was, but he's going to follow back behind again. Ben Wilvert continuing to try to get by Josh Hall. He's on the quarter. And Josh Hall has now cleared Ben Wilvert. Here comes the driver who ended up bumping him last time, Douglas R. Johnson. He's coming up on the outside of Ben. It looks like Ben Wilvert has cleared Douglas. Douglas R. Johnson, though, is getting a good run. Well, we might see another bump on the bumper of Ben Wilvert. Nope, not that time in the turn. 30 cars there. Here's where he saw him execute the move last time in turns 3 and 4. Nope, he couldn't get quite there to the bumper. Looks like we do have a...
You're fine, Dave.
We'll continue to watch this battle just in case something happens. Looks like the 76 is having some troubles on the back straightaway. Looks like he has gotten his car back going. At first it looked like he was stalled on the racetrack. He's got the leader, Jason Yacht, coming. Josh Hall is falling quickly behind. So here comes a hard charging 23 of Ben Wilvert catching up to him. As man, that lead from Jason Yacht is continuing to ever spread. Crazy what Richmond can do to your tires. Here comes the 30. He's catching back up to the number 23 of Ben Wilvert, but oh, looks like he increases the gap again. Here comes Rob Malone joining this 2-car battle. So we'll continue to watch to see if that battle ensues. It's still really cool to be here in Richmond. Richmond is my home NASCAR track. I've been coming here since I was little. One of my first race car races, when I kind of started developing my love for racing, came here at Richmond. Here comes Rob Malone catching up to the number 30 of Douglas R. Johnson. If you're wondering why it says he's the number 388, it's just because of custom numbers. He's the 30 on the track, though, so if you're wondering, if you're looking at the board up there. Rob Malone, he's still there on his bumper. But looks like the 388 is increasing his gap again over Rob Malone. Ben Wilvert, he's trying to catch up to Josh Hall. These two had a battle going on the restart, though Josh Hall did end up clearing Ben. I'm not sure if Ben does have a fast enough car to get up to Josh Hall. We'll see, though, if Josh Hall hot laps it in the turns and wears his tires down. That might give a chance for Ben to get by him. So we're getting about the time. It took them about 15 laps. Tires are going to start taking a toll as they've had 15 laps on them. Leader Jason Yacht has a 2.3 second lead over Josh Hall. And he doesn't really show signs of stopping. Who knows, though, we could see some tire wear go on with the number 74. And the leaders could easily catch up. Now it's down to 2.2. That's still only a 10th difference. But here comes the 74. Looks like DJ Harris is heading on to pit road. Possibly might be for tires or damage. But he is the first driver onto pit road since those pit stops. Now puts the number 76 of DJ Harris not on the lead lap anymore. Still, the 76 remains on pit road as he's now getting put 2 laps down. So, I mean, if he was the first to go in, we should be seeing tires start becoming an issue. If we do remain on green flag, looks like DJ Harris has made his way off of pit road, so he's not going to go a 3rd lap down. Oh, but looks like something's going on with him. He's going now 3 laps down as he's kind of slowed down in turns 3 and 4 as he's now been put 3 laps down by Jason Yacht. We might see a battle go on because one of the car in front of someone might get stuck behind DJ Harris, and that might cause, but looks like DJ Harris is doing the respectful thing by pulling down and letting the cars come high above him. Still, Jason Yacht remains in the lead here at Richmond International Raceway. That's cool. What iRacing has done to this track looks amazing, very realistic to the actual Richmond International Raceway. It's got the 55,000 grandstands, premium seats, and I think if you look close enough, you might see the recently opened the $30 million infield in fall of 2018 that was just opened. It's also very fitting that we are racing under the lights, since all of Richmond's races have been held under the lights. Both of them have been night races for the past many years. There used to be day races, but racing sometimes is just to spark the feel. Night racing just makes the racing feel more exciting or alive. Right now, we're all single file for the most part, as it's been a long green flag run since our first caution coming at lap number 14 or 15, I'm not sure. Since Richmond is only 3/4 of a mile, these laps are ticking away since it is such a short track. Looks like 3 laps down car, DJ Harris is trying to make his way by Rob Malone. We'll see if he can do it. I'm not sure. Here comes Ben Wilvert. He's about to make a pass on Josh Hall for second. They're now side by side. Josh Hall washes up in the turns, and that allows Ben Wilvert to pull down under him. But I'm not sure if we've seen the end of Josh Hall. It looks like he might try to pass him back here in the next few turns. If Josh Hall, he might have just, he got very low there in the turns. Looks like Josh Hall is heading on to pit road. Interesting. As now all of the cars have passed him. It looks like he is about to go a lap down unless Jason Yacht goes on to pit road. And no, it looks like he doesn't go on pit road, so now Josh Hall goes a lap down as he goes on to pit road. But looks like he is now beginning to make his way off of pit road as all of the leaders are passing him. It looks like so far he's only gotten 1 lap down, so if the leader goes into the pits, that gives time for Josh Hall to go by him. But that could be a strategy, going in earlier than the leader. Same thing with DJ Harris. Looks like DJ Harris, though, has spun and caution is out. So let's look at the replay here. Well, let me go to the part where he spins and do a little bit of a slow motion replay here. So DJ Harris was just minding his own business. He was 3 laps down. When going in to the entrance of turns 1 and 2, we see he's sticking it close to the wall, but maybe a little bit too close. Tags the wall, begins to slide. Looks like he slams on the brakes. Back tires moving. And he spins. Ooh, good thing Rob Malone, he was barely able to avoid it. He came by him just in time where he was on the bottom of the track. And it takes him a little while to get going as he's right now still remaining on the bottom of the track. Then, look, he does get himself going. Looks like there are drivers on pit lane right now. Looks like Jason Yacht, Ben Wilvert. Looks like Ben Wilvert does end up beating Jason Yacht off of pit road. And also here comes Douglas R. Johnson. So I'm not sure if iRacing is going to score Ben Wilvert ahead of Jason Yacht.
All right, DJ.
Looks like it does, but now that actually puts Rob Malone, since he is the only driver that has not gone onto pit road, that now puts him as the leader. It looks like Rob Malone is going to go on to pit road. I'm not sure why he didn't go with the others when they went on to pit road.
Except Josh, but he pitted earlier, just a few laps before that.
That now again puts Jason
Josh,
Yacht
you want to wait by so you can pit?
as the leader. Looks like DJ Harris has now manually disconnected. We're now down to 5 drivers.
10-4.
Looks like the lights on the pace truck have gone off. So here is your restart order. Restarting first is Jason Yacht. Second, Ben Welvert. Third, Douglas R. Johnson. Fourth, Rob Malone. And fifth, Josh Hall. So 5 cars, only one can win. Next, when we restart, it'll be halfway to go. Here comes Rob Malone, catching up to the field right before we restart. And he made it just in time as pace truck pulls in. Here we go. Green flags out here at Richmond International Raceway. Jason Yacht is trying to clear Ben Wilvert on the outside. And Ben Wilvert is on his side now. Quarter, now clear. Jason Yacht clears Ben Welvert. For the most part, we still remain single file. Oh no! The 30 of Douglas R. Johnson gets loose and he runs into the barrels. But he wasn't in the driving line of anyone, so he is gonna escort his car onto pit road. Man, he looks like he just got loose there into turns 3 and 4. Let's watch what happened. Yep, no drivers look like it made any contact. It was just he got loose right there. He spins and on Ronald, he boom right into the barrels. Well, hopefully we can see his car get fixed up. Back out front, Jason Yacht currently remains as the leader, as he is now about to pass. He's about to put Douglas R. Johnson down one. Oh, now he's going to be down 2 laps. It looks like Douglas R. Johnson is now making his way off of pit road. I'm not sure if he can get his car back going fully at full speed until the number 74 of Jason Yacht gets by him. But Jason Yacht and the others right now are currently spread out between each other. But if someone gets a fast car and catches up to each other, then I'll cover that. But for the most part, Jason Yacht continues to be dominant as he's going to try to get 2 in a row. But looks like Douglas R. Johnson is stopped on the inside. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Was it just another time where he got loose? Yep, in the exit of 2, he just slid. Ironically, though, he slid all the way to the bottom where he wasn't in the driving line of some of the other leaders. Looks like he has, though, gotten himself back going. Here comes the 83 of Rob Malone he's starting to catch up to the 23 of Ben Wilvert. This is going to be for second place if he does manage to catch up to him. He's there, and slowly since the restart, he's been catching up to Ben. It looks like Ben Wilvert is now extending the gap over Rob Malone. At one point, Rob Malone was starting to catch up to him. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that battle, but for now we're going to go back to Jason Yacht's screen. I'm looking at the track map right now to see how close Rob Malone, and actually no, I'm going to put it back on here because it's the closest battle. Rob Malone is trying to gear his way up to the number 23 of Ben Wheelvert. And with this little bit of a little break in the action, we're gonna crank up the volume so you can hear the sounds of the race cars as you get to watch this battle between Rob Malone. And I'll switch cameras and stuff. So here is crank up the volume. So that was crank up the volume. Rob Malone, all that was going on, Rob Malone has cleared the number 23 of Ben Wheelvert for the second place position. So if anything goes wrong up front, Rob Malone is going to be the second driver. He's going to be the first driver to make his way by Jason Yacht. Like if Jason Yacht goes onto the pits, Rob Malone will be the first one to pass. And now looks like Josh Hall has passed the number 23 of Ben Wheelvert. So 2 passes on the number 23 car in a short amount of time. I'm not sure maybe if it was tire wear that's causing the 23 car to slow down. But that now puts Rob Malone, though he is still 5 seconds behind the number 74 of Jason Yacht, who is continuing to have a most dominant performance here at Richmond International Raceway. Looks like Ben Wheelvert is trying to get up to Josh Hall. These three, we might see them continue to switch around different positions. Josh Hall is trying to get up there to Rob Malone also. So we'll watch these battles to see what happens between these three, as now only 5 drivers remain on the track. One of them is 3 laps down. And the 4 that do remain on this track are on the lead lap. Let's go ahead and do, while we're at it, let's do a quick overview of the previous winners in the Route 66 Summer Speedway Series. On May 26th, we had the trucks at Texas, and that was one of the craziest races in Intensity Broadcasting history because it wasn't the action on the track, though it kind of was. Bobby Labonte was in our broadcast, NASCAR racing legend known for driving the number 18 Interstate Batteries Toyota back in the 90s and early 2000s. And that was really an honor to have him in our broadcast and in our iRacing session. Then after that, on June 2nd, we had trucks at Vegas where Louis Loya would get the win. Then on June 9th, we had trucks at Michigan. Joshua Bertelsen would get that win. Then after that, we had trucks at Phoenix with Chris Lucky getting that win. Then after that, we had trucks at Charlotte, Jeffrey Creek. And then on June 30th, we didn't broadcast it, but there was still a Route 66 Summer Speedway race at Rockingham, where current leader Jason Yacht won. So it's been very fun here in the Route 66 Summer Speedway Series. We've had a lot of different winners. Every single winner has been unique, but that has a chance to change today, as Jason Yacht is on track right now, and the chance is looking bigger and bigger every second that every time that he extends his gap over Rob Malone even more. The only action really on the track right now comes over to these three: Rob Malone, Josh Hall, and Ben Wheelvert. These three are very close to each other, though none of them are getting too close. They still have a good amount of distance between each other. Oh, but here comes the 27 of Josh Hall. He pulls to the outside. And is he going to try to actually pass Rob Malone on the outside? He does end up passing. Now here comes Ben Wheelvert trying to pass Rob Malone on the outside as well. And Ben Wheelvert is also successful at passing that number 83 GM Goodwrench machine. Speaking of manufacturers, if we look here, everybody has been in 87 Monte Carlo. Now, I actually like the 87 Ford Thunderbird, mainly because of my trading paint scheme on that Ford Thunderbird. So if I was going to participate in this race, I'd probably choose a Ford Thunderbird. But, man, Monte Carlo's reigning supreme here at Richmond International Raceway. Here comes Rob Malone trying to get under Ben Wheelvert again after Ben passed them a few laps ago. Oh, now Ben Wheelvert, he's beginning to catch up to the number 27 of Josh Hall. He's there on his bumper, though Josh Hall now is extending his lead again. That also gave a chance for Rob Malone to catch up to him. But here comes another rally coming from the number 23. He gets under him as Josh Hall goes up high on the track as both. What happened there? Yeah, he just got loose, but not loose enough to wreck. He just got up there on the wall, and both Ben Wheelvert and Rob Malone just got under him. So that now puts Ben Wheelvert in second and Rob Malone in third. Josh Hall heads on to pit road, as here comes Jason Yacht about to lap him. And Josh Hall now goes one lap down on the board as Jason Yacht makes his way by him. Now Josh Hall is leaving pit road, though it looks like the 23 and 83 pass him. Speaking of the 23 and 83, let's watch this battle. Looks like Rob Malone is beginning to catch up to him. We've seen Rob Malone, Josh Hall, and Ben Wheelvert. They've gone back and forth many times so far in this race. So can we see it again here? Rob Malone trying to get up there, but every time in the turns that Rob Malone nares him in, but then in the straightaways, the 23 of Ben Wheelvert, it extends his gap. We'll continue to keep an eye out for this battle here. Looks like Josh Hall only went one lap down, not anything more or anything less. So if there is a caution to come out, or if Jason Yacht does go on to pit road for tires or fuel, then Josh Hall does have a chance to get his lap back and go back onto the lead lap. So still after this entire green flag run has really helped Jason Yacht extend his lead, which is now at 11 seconds over Ben Wheelvert. He's now starting to gain in on the number 30 of Douglas R. Johnson. But I'm not sure if he can do it until the end of this race. I'm not sure though if tire wear or fuel might become a factor late race. I know they did go in on that previous caution in around the 40s. But I'm still not sure what the fuel window is, so I'm not exactly sure when they'll have to come into next, whether they're able to make it until the end of the race or it might be very close when determining whether they'll make it or not. Jason Yacht continues to narrow in the number 30 of Douglas R. Johnson. Can he make a clean lap pass under that 30 car? He's on quarter. They're now equal and perfect. Jason Yacht ends up clearing the number 30 of Douglas R. Johnson and continues his dominant performance here at Richmond International Raceway. We're nearing 10 laps to go. Next time by, it will be 10 laps to go. And that gives Ben Wheelver and Rob Malone only 10 more laps to try to get up to Jason Yacht. And right now, with a 13-second lead, every lap that goes by is making it more and more unlikely, really, unless Jason Yacht pits for tire or fuel, or something happens if he gets loose in the turns or anything around those lines. Jason Yacht looks to be the favorite coming here late race. We're now 10 laps to go. Looks like Rob Malone is making his way on to pit road. And also Jason Yacht, the leader, he's making his way on to pit road as well. Interesting. I kind of speculated that it might be problem late race, so here we are. Jason Yacht on to pit road. Looks like Rob Malone is the first to make his way off pit road. He knocks that cone. And also Jason Yacht makes his way off of pit road as well. That means Ben Wheelver is now the leader on the board, as he has not yet gone onto pit road. So it's only him and Jason Yacht on the lead lap right now. It's like Rob Malone. Oh, caution is out. I'm not. Late race caution. Wow.
That's my fault.
What happened there to Rob Malone? So we'll get that instant replay of that number 83 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet Monte Carlo on what exactly happened to make the caution come out. Rob Malone had just made his way off of pit road a few laps ago, and he was going good, getting himself back going after exiting pit road. He was getting into turns 1 and 2, and that's when he got loose, started going sideways. Wheels begin spinning as he slams onto the brakes. Douglas R. Johnson is
Doug, you
able
got
to
away
avoid
by
it.
if
Same
you-
thing
if
with
you took
Jason
it.
Yacht. And that is when the caution came out. Jason Yacht is back on the pit road again. This is exactly what he needed to get back out front. Ben Wheelvert has not gone onto pit road yet, so that now puts him as the leader. But now he does make his way on to pit road. With this caution flag stop for him. So we're now 5 laps to go on the board at the moment. And Ben Wheelvert now makes his way off of pit road. Now it looks like he still remains on the lead. Or, excuse me, in the lead. Looks like now, though, they are scoring Jason Yacht as the leader. This caution couldn't have come out at a better time. 4 laps to go now. Looks like we're going to have to go with a green-white checkered
There you go,
attempt.
Josh.
I think we're going to try to get everyone on the lead lap. So it looks like Josh Hall is going to get his his lap back. And also we might see Douglas R. Johnson get his lap back just to make the racing more competitive. And lights on the pace truck have gone off. So here's going to be your restart order for the green-white checkered. Jason Yacht is restarting first. Ben Wheelvert is restarting second. Josh Hall third. Rob Malone fourth. And Douglas R. Johnson fifth. 4 cars on the lead lap, 5 cars on the track altogether. Here comes Josh Hall catching up to the pack now. Here we go. Green-white checkered pace truck pulls in. And green flags out here at Richmond International Raceway. Side by side is Jason Yacht and Ben Wheelvert. In turns 1 and 2, Jason Yacht with a great jump. He ends up clearing Ben Wheelvert. Got a little bit loose, but good thing he saved it. And now we're nearing 1 lap to go. Oh no! The number 23 of Ben Wheelvert gets loose and caution comes out. Let's look at this replay here. We saw the first time, looks like Ben Wheelvert got loose, and now here is what happens the second time. Tires squealing. And good, Josh Hall barely made it through that one. Ben Wheelvert, he restarted second, but looks like we're going to have another attempt at a green-white checkered. Douglas R. Johnson is now getting his lap back. Looks like Ben Wheelvert did get his car back going after that. So that first green-white checkered was interesting. We saw Jason Yacht do really good on that green flag. Excuse me, that green-white checkered. Still lights on the pace truck remain off as we're still pacing. We've got Jason Yacht, Josh Hall, and Ben Wheelvert still on the main pack. Right now we have Douglas R. Johnson and Rob Malone. Looks like Rob Malone now is, though, making his way off of pit road. And that now leaves Douglas R. Johnson on pit road. And yep, Douglas R. Johnson now makes his way off of pit road. So I believe next time by, looks like Rob Malone does end up getting back on the lead lap. I believe this time by, lights on the pace truck will turn off. And no, that is not the case. Still, we are going to be pacing. Rob Malone gets another one of his laps back. He goes now, I believe, one lap down. Yep, there it is. And now the lights on the pace truck do go off. So here's going to be your restart order for the green-white checkered. Restarting first is the number 74 of Jason Yacht. Second is the number 27 of Josh Hall. Third is the number 23 of Ben Wheelvert. Fourth is the number 388 of Douglas R. Johnson. And restarting fifth is the number 83 of Rob Malone, who also gets his final lap back as Rob Malone does go on the lead lap again. I'm not sure if he can catch up to the lead pack as the pace truck does go in. And here we go for the restart. Green flag is out here at Richmond International Raceway for the green-white checkered. Jason Yacht and Josh Hall right now are side by side going into turns 1 and 2. Oh no, the 30 of Douglas R. Johnson gets loose. I'm not sure though if the caution is going to come out for that. We're now one lap to go here at Richmond International Raceway. Oh no! The 27 of Josh Hall gets loose, but looks like he ends up saving it. And looks like after a dominating performance, the number 74 Chevrolet Monte Carlo of Jason Yacht is going to cross the start-finish line to get 2 in a row in the Route 66 Summer Speedway Series. Congratulations. Looks like he is in Discord, so hopefully we'll get a post-race interview with him. Wow, what a great performance for him and all the other drivers here at Richmond International Raceway. Show the final results here. So representing Club Carolina. I'm not sure which one, either from North Carolina or South Carolina. It's either North Carolina or South Carolina. But it's the number 74 of Jason Yacht picking up the win. He's now won 2 in a row here in the Route 66 Summer Speedway Series, as he did win last week at Rockingham. Second was the number 23 of Ben Wheelvert. Third is the number 27 of Josh Hall. Finishing fourth was the number 30 of Douglas R. Johnson. Finishing fifth was the 83 of Rob Malone. Sixth was the 76 of DJ Harris. In seventh was the number 9 of Travis Braden. And in eighth was the number 10 of Derek Lemke. What a great race here at Richmond International Raceway. So we're gonna start off with pulling the number 74 race winner, Jason Yacht, into the broadcast booth. Hey Jason, this is Atlee in the booth. You copy?
Yeah, I got you, Allie.
So, first of all, congrats on the win. You had a great, dominant car. Joe Wright told me that you are a drag racer in real life. So tell me about what kind of racing you do.
I do bracket racing at my local track in Wilkesboro. Um, it's kind of like index racing. People run off of a number that you think your car is going to run, and then you race against that. You're not allowed to go faster than that.
All right. So does drag racing improve your iRacing or vice versa, or do they not affect each other?
I'd say for the most part they don't affect each other, but I think the one thing that helps, I like to run the iRacing a little bit because it kind of gives you a little bit of practice to maybe perform under pressure and be in pressure situations, which there's not really any other way to practice that.
So when is going to be your next race?
I race Saturday night.
Oh, wow. So good luck.
Thank you, sir.
And congratulations on your win here at Richmond International Raceway.
Thank you.
We're also going to try to get third place finisher Josh Hall. He was racing in the number 27 Kodiak car into the booth as well.
Did you really?
Hey Josh, this is Atlee in the booth. Do you copy?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear.
First of all, man, great race tonight. You ended up finishing third. I saw you get a little bit loose in that final green, white, checkered. Man, these 87 cars are a real handful. So can you give the viewers a little bit of an explanation on what makes these cars so tough to drive?
They have very little grip. They're heavy. They're on bias ply tires, which you know, totally different than your regular radials. A lot of power, not a lot of grip. They're just fun. I mean, they're just, you throw them in the corner. I was playing a lot with the brake bias. I mean, that's the only adjustment you really have in those cars besides driving line. And I basically started off with the brake bias maxed and finished with it maxed the other direction. So great win for Yacht, my teammate there. Glad to see him finish it off. Full send into turn one there on the last lap, and yeah, I didn't want to get in the back of him, so I ended up spinning it out. But overall, great run tonight.
That's right, overall great one. Congratulations, and hopefully we'll see you back on Friday in the FND Super Speedway Series.
Absolutely, I'll be there.
All right, thank you. Like that's it for interviews. Thank you for joining us for the 7th race in the FND Route 66 Summer Speedway Series at Richmond International Raceway. One final time, congratulations to winner Jason Yacht. I am Atlee Weiss. I hope you enjoyed tonight's race. Please make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. On Twitch and YouTube, roughly about 78% of our viewers are still not subscribed or followed on Twitch and YouTube. So make sure to change that if you enjoy racing content like this. And also, don't forget to drop a like and put on notifications so you can always get notified when we're actually live. And also, visit us on our Facebook if you want links to our broadcasts or any other news that we have to inform. Also visit our website at intensitybroadcasting.com, and on our Facebook and website you can contact us if you want us to announce your iRacing league. You saw how good the quality of the production is, and we'd be happy to announce your iRacing league. So contact us there. Thank you for watching. We're gonna have FND Friday night. It's either going to be at Daytona or Talladega. I think so. Last week we raced at Daytona, so I believe we're going to be racing at Talladega this week. I'm not sure what car, whether it's ARCAs, 87s, trucks, but should be exciting. So hope to see you there. I'm Atlee at Menwees. Over and out.